Okay, going live from Nashville, Tennessee, 4:03 p.m. Today's workouts are I just had a Pop-Tart. That'll tell you how my day's going. 9 days from Ironman, Wisconsin. I think this is no, it's Louisville. That one I think is Wisconsin. This particular painting right here is a Ben Eine original. Look him up, E-I-N-E, Ben Eine original painting. Street artist from London, I believe, somewhere over there. He's a London street artist. Samuel Browning, Phil Jones. It's hanging out in my basement. The painting's probably worth something. Maybe, maybe not. Yeah, so 9 days, and I got to tell you, I am just in a moody mood. It started off fine enough. I did my morning routine and everything felt good. Never heard of him. He's friends with the Prime Minister, Phil. Look him up, Ben Eine. He's interesting. He was actually in the movie we made, Saving Banksy. He was kind of the secondary narrator of the whole project. He's a pretty wild. I think he might have either dated or been engaged to some kind of royalty thing you guys got going over there. Anyway, the day started off fine, and then I had my thing today was while Phil was kicked back resting all day, I had a 2-hour ride with a run off the bike. 2-hour ride with what amounted to 25-minute run off the bike. And this is the taper. This is a taper, an ease off day for people like us doing Ironman. Yeah, not much going on today. I'm just working out for 2.5 hours in the heat. Easy. But I have to say it was a nice workout. It was a warm-up and then some half Ironman efforts and then settled into Ironman pace, and I felt pretty good about it. Felt pretty solid, and then the run felt good. And I took the run off last night, as I mentioned. I was a little bit, what's up, Michael? I just felt like I didn't want to run last night. And the odd thing was after coming in here and doing this last night and Phil giving me a little guilt trip, I was laying in bed at 10 o'clock last night going, man, do I need to do that 25-minute run? I got up, put on my shorts, and put on socks, and then I was like, no, just go back to bed. And I did, and then I turned on the Dave Chappelle, the new comedy on Netflix, Sticks and Stones. Has anybody seen that? The dude, he brought it, man. He's like, wow. I mean, I love comedians because they just say it like it is. And Chappelle, this new one is like, it's pretty strong. As comedians say, he killed it. And I mean, I'm pretty wide open to stuff, and it was a little uncomfortable at times, but I love that stuff. I mean, I think comedians are the really probably the last bastion of level-headed thinking in this world. And this one is, I mean, he goes after it all. You got to watch it. It may not be your thing, but I really enjoyed it. I just err on the side of moderation or moderate thinking, I guess, normally. And he kind of takes on the extremes, and it's pretty interesting. So, oh, you saw it, Phil? The Chappelle, man, I'm telling you. Dude is a monster in a good way. I loved it. Anyway, so I woke up this morning, did that, and went out and did my ride with the brick. Felt pretty good. And I did a lot of it without looking at my watch, and I really liked where that was going. I liked the feel of it, and I liked the results of it. I think I'm getting better at understanding restraint and pacing and things like that. Hopefully, that translates. I didn't feel like awesome going out there today, but I ended up feeling pretty good towards the end, and that to me is the best sign. And I don't feel bad now, although I am in a crappy mood. And a lot of it was generated because you guys know that I ride out this. A lot of you have probably even been out to this airport where I ride. It's a closed old airport, little small plane airport that the city acquired about 7 or 8 years ago. Me and some buddies kind of stumbled on it when it was just a rolling field of like long grass and not of interest to anybody. And I've been riding out there probably 2 or 3 times a week ever since for like 7 or 8 years. And now Nashville's getting flooded by millennials and anybody and their brother. 300 people a month have been moving here for 5 years or something like that. And my neighborhood is just, I mean, it's good if you like out of control growth and, your property value is going up. So I'm not complaining about that. But along with that comes like lots of growing pains. And so anyway, I call that airport the lab, named it after the Kona, the energy lab. And it's sort of this hot, windy, like terrible, but awesome place to work out. It's not the most friendly place to hang out because it's all in the open. There's zero shade. There's tons of wind, and there's a lot of blacktop, what makes it even hotter. So a lot of us cyclists have been out there and runners, and we found that years and years ago, and it's awesome. It's really, someone described it to me as otherworldly because sometimes when storms roll in and you can it's like this big open field and it's just weird out there. Good weird. And I just love it, and it's always been a great place. And over the years, we've had our share of like, people walking dogs without leashes and they'll run out in front of you. And now they're walking their kids out there and, it's getting a little bit testy as it is. And today I saw like the local council guy posted this picture because I noticed they were doing a little more construction down there, like by they have pull-up bars, like real old school, cool things that they put in. I really like them. To kind of work out, those bars, you can kind of, climb from one thing to another and, just simple things. And now they're putting in this like circular climbable thing and then a couple of things. And I noticed he posted, yeah, they're on the way to, to building up this new kids playground. It's going to be amazing. And that was like kind of bummed me out a little bit. I mean, there's like hundreds of schools around here with playgrounds and parks, and there's all kinds of stuff for kids. It was sort of like, I feel like this is just this bastion of open space that could just be as is and be amazing. And then all of a sudden the comments start coming from people. Oh, that'd be a great, look, can we put some soccer fields out there? And they're lobbying for soccer fields. And like, yeah, that just really makes my day. Think about riding out there and soccer balls flying out on the road. Hardly, Anyway, so that really, I mean, it shouldn't have set me off. Like, and this is like as set off as I get right here. I mean, I'm not like furious, but it just bums me out, man. It's like, can't we just leave it? It's perfect. Why do we always have to jam more stuff into everything? This sounds like a great idea, and then they make the soccer fields and nobody ever uses them. And I don't know. It's just, why don't you take what it is, what has naturally been gravitated to as like runners and cyclists and photographers, and just kind of enhance it and make it a really cool place? Why do you have to turn it into a damn school playground? It's like the coolest thing in town, and nobody, it's just whatever. I'm a little bit, I think this is a taper mood. But you know what? I don't care. And then I went over to my local coffee shop, and that used to be amazing. And now there's like nowhere to sit anywhere. So I had to sit out in the sun, and the internet didn't work because there's too many people on it, and I keep getting this message now, and it just everything's screwed up. Oh, first world problems, Mike. Yep, that's what's going on, man. But I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I have a swim. I'm just sitting here debating. Do I want to go back to the lake? It's a legitimate swim, and I kind of want to go to the lake. But I had that. My head's been clogged for the last couple of days. But I think I need you to start. I think maybe this week or starting today, I'll probably start taking Claret, just to make sure that it's a fine line, though, right? Because that just sort of dries you up, and what the heck? I need to move back to Wisconsin. Yeah, just in time for you to move to Germany. Trust me. One of these days, maybe you should start looking, Jess, for a nice community on a lake. I want a lake house because I want to swim in the cold water year round. Phil, I'm about to go to the lake and try my new wetsuit. Are you going to actually swim in it, or just kind of float around? Because this is an off day, man. I don't want you pushing it too hard. Jess, I don't know about Germany, man. I'm kind of tired of travel. I'm not tired of traveling, I guess, but I'm just tired today. But going to Germany sounds like it would take a lot of energy from me right now. Phil, you're going to go swimming in a lake in your wetsuit. What's the water temperature up there? Is it cold yet? I cannot wait for that little bit. It's going to be warm. I know it's probably 71 degrees or whatever, like Monona, but it's going to have that little bit of, cool down the back of the wetsuit kind of feeling. The water here is still very warm. I can only see. I've been looking at the temps a little bit just to kind of see if there's a trend there, and it looks like it might be a little bit paper bag or shopping bag under the tri-kit action. Looks like it might not be that warm up there right now, Jess. Is it? Well, let's see. What is today? I'm seeing like 72 degrees. 70 in Madison right now. Wow. Mark Jensen said, just got out of a lake south of Madison. A little too cool to start, but perfect. Smaller lake around 2,500. Yeah, I think it's going to be just nice. We've had a little taste of cooler weather down here. Just a little. But nothing. I mean, it's still 90 right now. So I got done with that brick, or that, yeah, I guess it's a brick. I don't know, run off the bike, brick, whatever you want to call it. I was like, I felt pretty decent. I didn't feel like hot or anything, but it was 90 when I got done, 89 when I got done. So it was a little warm. But it looks like I was looking at, let me look at that real quick since I got you all here. The thing I have shows a high of 65 next weekend. Lows in the high 40s. So it could be a little bit nippy down there in the morning. That swim start. And getting onto that bike. Good thing we got those new sleeves on our kit. You always like breaking out the arm warmers too, don't you? Phil? Arm warmer guy? Jess? Or is that just not going to happen with you? You're just going tank top all the way, Speedo. Are you old school? Bathing suit, bottom, sports bra, just rock all day. Yeah, I'm sorry I'm in a bad mood. I mean, it's about as bad as it gets, so it's doable. There's just people. I mean, like Lyft drivers and Uber drivers, they just park right in the middle of the road and let people out with suitcases. It's just weird, man. This is a really hot area for visitors and Airbnbs and things like that. And they all go to my coffee shop and don't know what to order. I have to wait in line. No sports bra for Phil. Are you going with the new kit? I think I'm going to wear the. I'm torn. I think I'm going to wear the sleeved kit, the top. But I don't know if I'm going to wear it in the swim because I really don't know how that's going to feel for me. Do you wear it under your wetsuit? Probably do. You're probably used to it. I wonder if that would be a dumb idea to not wear it and then put it on in T1. It can't take that long, right? Might be tough to put on though. Maybe I'll swim in it on Friday under the wetsuit and see how it feels. But man, that's just not the good indicator. I like freedom. Maybe I won't even wear a wetsuit. Yeah, that's not going to happen. I have been training with a purpose of cheating buoyancy. So I'm going to have to wear a wetsuit. Yeah, I mean, the water's, I wonder what the water is. I mean, I'm not seeing, there's like, it's getting into the 40s and 50s at night and not much over 70 up there, it seems like. It's mid 70s, I should say, in Madison. Oh, that's what you do. You put the top on. Wait, thinking of having the top part of around the waist under your wet. So you zip it up a little bit. I guess that would work. If when you take it off, you can put it on while you're going up the helix. Right? Is that the strategy there? Oh, you have the one piece. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know if I could do that with it. I guess I could. I guess it probably wouldn't be that big a deal just to wear it underneath. It's not like that restraining, but I don't know. So many damn little decisions. I just feel like I should probably not wear it. Grease up nice on my shoulders and everywhere else, and then take off my wetsuit and put it on in T1. I'm gonna have that thing unzipped. I know it's actually gonna be cold, so that's one thing, right? It's gonna be a little cool, but if you had a two-piece, you would leave it in T1, the top. Yeah, that's kind of what I think I'm gonna do. Yeah, I mean, you probably get out that bike, you're gonna be hotter than you think you are. So that's always the test. It's like I've done that before. I think it was even maybe at, I don't know. Louisville was so cold last year. It was like mid 50s and it was raining the whole bike, something like that. And I had a windbreaker on. I mean, maybe I didn't. I feel like there was a time maybe at one aid station where I literally grabbed some cold water and threw it down my back. Like I really needed it because it was absolutely icebergs the whole day. But I'm always so paranoid about coming off that bike too hot. And if in Wisconsin, if it's cloudy and in the 60s, I can't imagine overheating too hard. But unless you go too hard, so I guess it's one of those. And it would be the other thing was I did at Louisville. It was so cold that I was really forcing fluids into me, and they were going right through. I mean, there was like no hesitation. This was like end of the night, drinking all night, drinking beer. And once you broke the seal, it was over. It was like, hey, I'm back. I got to go to the bathroom. That's how it was. Like I'd take a drink or two, and I would be going to the bathroom almost instantly. And I heard that's because you don't sweat as much when it's like that. And so the fluids have no. And if you think about it, your body's pretty big. There's a lot of sweat that can get out all over the place. So there's probably a lot of fluid, obviously leaving through sweat. And if it's not sweating, just going to go right out. How about that for a topic? But again, I'm not really caring about much today, so I'm just going to talk about whatever. And it's been 20 minutes, so come on. All right, maybe I have a swim tomorrow with a short run, and then I'm off Sunday. So it's possible I may come to you Sunday night from a little town called Beloit, Wisconsin, which is doing a dramatic turnaround thanks to the third wealthiest woman in the United States living there. She is making it her own. And every time I go back there, there's interesting transitions. For example, we always had, I grew up in this town and we always had diners, or like little coffee shops that were like, legit coffee shops with the 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 stools and the, diners, greasy spoon type things. And that's really all we had, maybe some pizza joints. And now you go back there and she's got all these condos getting built with these sushi joints and gourmet burgers and fancy taco places and boutique hotels. And it's kind of an interesting development in my little blue collar town. But it's just what we do nowadays. We just try to make everything frou-frou and like hip, and, like, super cool and clean. We can't just kind of hang out in dives anymore. Can't just have straight coffee. It's got to be some fancy cup or something. Oh man, I could just go on and on right now. Just, race with the horse you rode on. Is that what the saying is? Race with the horse you trained on. Yeah, that's it. If you come from diners, eat at diners. I'm going to try and find some diners in Madison to eat at. Maybe. All right. Well, it's been a really enjoyable time. I hope I didn't bum you out too hard. I'm really not that bad. I felt pretty good today. I'm excited to race. It's 9 days out. That's single digits, folks. In case you weren't aware of that, that means we're still in August though. Yeah, we're almost in the September month. We've been talking about this for a long time. And now it's really here. And that's kind of how life works, isn't it? You just sort of like put something out there and then it shows up. So I'm excited to race with everybody. I know we have some people doing the race that are in here right now, and I'm sure many more will view this at some other point, or a few other people will view it. So here we go. I check out that Dave Chappelle thing. And let me know what you think. I mean, that dude is like pushing el envelope. Hey, Robert. Love your updates. Looking forward to seeing you in Madison. Yeah, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's going to be a good one. It's going to be fun. I can't wait to get out. Like Robbie mentioned the other day, but man, it's like going to be that shorts and hoodie weather. There's nothing better. Nothing. Little crushing iron cap on, your hoodie. He'll be wearing flip-flops. I've already decided I'm going to be wearing shoes. I don't want my feet to get cold. Because that's what'll happen. Anyway, I look forward to seeing you too, Robert. We're gonna be around. So that'll do it for today. 9 days out. Mood swings are in full effect. Hopefully, I'm in a happy, cheery mood. Oh, the Badgers play tonight, and if they lose, look out tomorrow because I am gonna be just livid. All right, see you guys.